Today is a very exciting day. So with starting the lumber yard, there has been some expanding into new things to learn, new equipment to get. I've been waiting a while for this. Mike and I have been talking about picking up one of these for my shop. He's got one down at his shop. It's called a straight line rip saw. It's basically like a table saw on steroids, but it pulls the boards directly through the center without using a fence. It has a fence, I think, but it doesn't need it to reference a board, so you can put a clean, straight edge on a board. Like a big, long board is really hard to joint, so this will make it a lot easier. I was gonna say, that might be enough. That might work, Mike.
If we come back a little bit more, we won't be down here.
Probably just all the way, right? Yep. Keep going. Drop down a little on the forks, yep. All right, just don't move anything. I'm putting my hands in dangerous places. Like that?
No, under. Clear up.
Oh, I'm following.
Hook your end, Mike.
Huh?
Hook your end. As much as you can get over there.
You good?
Pick that chain back. There you go. Now, take the chain back.
Good luck, have fun. Oh yeah.
He's gonna pull it off?
Yeah. That's probably good there.
Right there?
Yeah, I think that's probably enough. Yeah, could we? Big like chain gantry, building gantry.
Am I airborne?
Yeah. I mean, barely. Let me see what it's on. You might be on the forks. You are. Hold on. Come out.
Where you gonna go?
Pull it out a little bit.
If we put that table extension off now, we save a couple $100.
Yeah. At least.
I'd save 1,000.
All right, just stop there for a second. We gotta realize I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say we're just moving in. I don't know what we're doing yet.
Does it come off? So where's that flashlight at?
Forklift to take this off.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem once it's in the shop.
And lift them forks up a little bit, bud. There you go. Too much? That's all right.
Because we're gonna need to be able to get it.
So lift it the back up.
That's enough to get it right there.
If we were the only ones in this building,
Or
would be
what if
different.
what if we flip it 90 and put it right next to this column? So it's out of the driveway.
yeah, but then it's eating into our real estate in the forklift room and
That should be it.
Got it?
I got it. I took that off. It was fastened to here.
gotcha. We just weren't sure if it was gonna fall or what it was gonna do.
Leveling jack that went in there.
I mean, it would suck, but a couple people could move it if we have to.
We got
Yeah, I mean, it's heavy, but it's
doable.
200 pounds, 300 pounds, not 800. What do you think about it, man? You think this is cool?
It's huge. I don't know.
Have you ever seen one of these?
No.
It's a very weird
Who
tool.
has? Like, maybe you
I guess
and
me
4 other
from
people.
him.
Yeah. This is terrifying.
Hello?
I.
But we use Way Lube.
Yeah, Waylube, like mobile, tractor too. It's a
Okay.
Waylube they use on lathes and machinery,
Okay.
milling machines, and
Yep.
stuff like that. And it's sticky. It doesn't run off.
Doesn't say.
You don't want to just use regular motor oil.
It looks like it's. I mean, I don't know if it's full, but it looks like it's got a good amount of oil in there right now.
It needs to be. Here's the gearbox fuel plug. The gearbox fuel plug.
Okay.
Lube cups for these worm gears in here.
Okay.
So,
Is it like a grease zert?
No, it's at one time it had a little lid on it like mine. You lift it up and you squirt oil in there. And then-
Okay. Which is like a little like squirter can kind of thing.
Now, if you were to use this a lot, I mean like daily, every now and then you need to reverse these chains.
So they wear
Side to
evenly.
side.
Yeah, it's not going to be, a few hours a week probably at most. I wouldn't think it's going to get.
This came from a maintained plant in Indiana, and they maintain their equipment. One thing about it is you need to have a straight edge when you put that table back on there.
And level that out
and level it
perfectly.
up. And those little plates that's over there that I put over there very first thing, that's how you're going to level it.
It seems like it's all there and it's all good. It's just dirty.
Do we know the last time it was ran?
Well,
know how
probably
long
4 months ago.
Yeah.
It was running.
But not long enough where anything would have gotten seized up or nothing.
No. Same you looked out.
How about that?
How about that? You got your
That's amazing.
free disconnect, but it don't have fuses.
You gonna paint it, do a YouTube video?
I don't know if I'll paint it, but we're going to clean it.
Hell, we're not gonna paint this.
I don't know about that blade. I don't know what's on it, but they make a triple chip blade.
Okay.
How big of the blade's on it?
It's a glue line rip.
I mean, there's some surface rust on it because it's probably just, from traveling or whatever, but
Like I said, I brought some 4x4s you can cut. I'd leave it up on 4x4 so you can move it. But
I mean, what if it was
like,
just,
like it is, you can fork it.
and it's
pallet
not
jack.
like it's up too high to be a comfortable work height. That would be the only reason I'd want to take them off.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Just to make it lower on.
Like if I felt like it was like a weird up high height, but it's not. Yours is
Mine's
up
up.
high, yeah.
yeah, mine's up. So
And you basically you stick the board in it and you let it eat.
Right.
You're not.
Yeah.
It's not like a table saw where you're.
yeah, I don't know what this thing is. It works for you every day, all day.
Yes.
and you will not have to worry about it if you take care of it. They told me when it came out of the factory, it was running every day.
Tightens it, but those are jack screws.
And that's what
you
squares it up.
You can raise the back end up and down. You can run the blade in and out with that thing, but it should be right where it's at. But I'm just saying it's all adjustable.
And you
Gotcha.
Can,
That makes sense.
you can check your chain here too, and your clearance in between your chain. The blade you're going to need is going to be like a triple grind,
Right.
glue line rip.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what blade's in there. You can't tell, but
Well,
it
it's
looks
hard to say.
it looks brand new, whatever it is,
It is.
Up and down.
for the height once you set it.
Yeah, once you set it, you'll lock that. I think that locks both sides. I believe. That rod.
Yeah. Yeah. The rod moves the whole way through. Yep.
Now these will need straightened.
Yeah. Those look
And
like they've
oiled.
seen some.
Kickback.
Is it possible to take that assembly out? Like if we wanted to stick the whole
Yeah,
thing in a
there's
bucket?
pin here.
That thing's
Pin,
got,
probably a keeper or something right there.
Yep.
And that would come out one side or the other.
that thing's got a lot of life, Sam.
Yeah.
Them
You
could
just
be
need to
straightened
lube it up.
Or replaced.
beat it back in with a
I'll
hammer.
just straighten them. What's your door, 72?
Well, you measured a
Yeah.
this or this thing is probably the biggest.
And you may have to lift it up and cut this full before.
Well, but to get it through the door, it's got to go this way.
I just cut
80,
that.
80 and a half.
80 and a half.
I just cut that.
So it doesn't fit sideways through the door. We'll trim those back regardless, just so it's not a tripping hazard.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get squirrely with lifting it up, getting a pallet jack under one side, get the forks on the other side.
Well, it's here. I'm not really even sure what it is exactly. I mean, I do kind of know. So this is a straight line rip saw, or a rip saw, I guess sometimes they're called. But basically, you can take a board that's not jointed. You need it to be planed on both sides, I believe. But basically, it has this feed chain and then rollers on the top. And those grab it and pull the board through, pulling it perfectly straight so it doesn't need to reference a fence to make a straight cut, giving us the opportunity for cutting boards like these, for instance, where they're planed to thickness but they have wild edges. We could rip these up, and if it's dialed in correctly, I believe we'd be able to go straight into a panel glue up with a bunch of boards like that, straight off the saw, which is really, really cool. These things are like a big old, I don't know how old this one is, maybe like
400 years?
10 to 400 years old. These are like big industrial tools. This thing is 3-phase. It's originally wired for 480 3-phase, but we've confirmed that we could do it at 230 3-phase, which we have here at the shop, which is one of the reasons I ended up with it, because most people don't have 3-phase. So it makes it hard for these kind of machines, even though they're pennies on the dollar for what they're worth new. The thing is in some rough shape, but functionally, I think it's really solid. I think it's going to be a really, really great machine for us.
Just a little bouncy.
Just don't go fast.
I'm glad we're on finished concrete.
We're gonna leave this video here. I just wanted to show you guys this cool new machine that we got. It obviously is a little bit on the crusty side, but mechanically we think it is perfectly sound. It was running in a factory doing lumberyard things up until a few months ago when they decided to upgrade or sell it or whatever happened, and we ended up with it. So definitely going to be doing a bit of a restoration project on this one. So make sure you're subscribed, and we're going to be tearing into this thing soon. We've got a couple of woodworking projects to get through first before we can jump on this. But then we got to get it cleaned up, restored, and functioning. Just getting it into the shop is going to be an adventure. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, do the things. Peace.